All right, hi everybody. We're here on our third Saturday for this all-inclusive kit called Hello Dear Friend. We're going to be making card number 3. So I'm just going to go ahead, jump online, and we can start seeing if anyone is here with us live. Okay, so if you're joining live with us, go ahead and leave a comment letting me know you are here. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. Sorry, it's going to be a little bumpy as I slide my camera down, just so that things look a little closer for you, so you can see all those pretty details. And then tape my edges down. If I don't do this, my graph paper moves, and then I don't know where my video is going, and so we get all messed up. So hi Lindsay. Nice to have you joining me this morning or afternoon. Were you making these? The card we're making today is from the all-inclusive kit called Hello Dear Friend. And we've already made this card. This was card number 1, if you're interested in going back and watching. And then this card was last week, and it was card number 2. So we're now making the smaller cards this week and next. So I'm just going to go take a minute. It's not quite 10 o'clock yet. I'm just going to gather my materials. When I made card number 1, we did walk through all the materials that came in the kit. And everything you need to make the kit make the cards does come in the kit. So that includes the stamp set and a clear block to put the stamps on, as well as a mini ink pad, which they call a Stampin spot. And then you have your adhesives. The only thing I'm going to add are a pair of scissors and then just some of my favorite crafting tools. So let me grab those. So my favorite pair of scissors are the paper Snips that Stampin' Up! Sells. They've just got a nice short blade. They're perfect for fussy cutting. But I mostly, when I'm using like ribbon and stuff, I will usually use a pair of fabric scissors. And then I do have a bone folder just to make nice creases on my card bases. And then this is my most favorite tool. This is called the Take Your Pick tool. And I will use this to help me place my glue dots, and if we had embellishments, to place those embellishments. It's just a really great tool. So let's do the card that has this fun vellum piece on it. And so that's this purple one up here in the corner. So if you're joining us, go ahead and just leave a little comment saying hello. I love to see who's here watching. I'm just going through and gathering the supplies I need for this card. Let's see, we do need the pink flower die cut. And one of the purple card bases. We don't need any leaf die cuts. And we do need a label die cut. So we're using the greeting thank you for this card. And previously I had a person who was watching my live video, I think it was card number 1, she said, just measure the greeting in the label, and then you'll know which one we need for the card. So it's going to be this small rectangle here for our card today, which I thought was genius, and I can't believe I didn't think of that myself. But that's why we have other crafty friends, right, to help us with our crafting and making it a better experience overall. So this is a very small card. Let me grab my ruler. I know I have this grid lines, but I'm on the centimeter side. So this card is, let's see, it's 2.5 inches by 4.5 inches. So it's very small. It's a great card for like a gift bag, or just to include with maybe a plate of cookies for a neighbor or a friend, or a gift kind of. It's kind of more of a gift card, in my opinion, than a mailing card. So it's kind of nice. They give us some different variations of card sizes. I will be doing some alternative cards that go with this kit. And so you can look forward to those in the weeks after we finish all the pre-designed cards in this kit. So let's start with our stamping. So we don't have very many people with us. I only see that 3 people are watching. Oh, there's Hildenelle. Hi, Hildenelle. So happy to see you this morning. I wonder if it's just a busy day. People are out and about getting their errands run. So I've placed the stamp on my clear block. I'm gonna go ahead and ink it up. All right. So just ink that up nicely with a lot of ink, and then place the image in the center of that label and then stamp. Nice even pressure. I'm hoping that didn't move. Oh, I did get a little bit of a halo effect on the left side, but it's not terrible. I felt the block move a little bit when I stamped, and I think that's just because it's so thin and my fingers were down, and I didn't have a great grip on it. Okay, so now let's add the vellum piece. This just goes straight onto our card. I'm just going based off of the image on the front of the instructions. However, they do have color instructions on the inside, which is great. And it actually is a little bigger, so I might just take a moment to look at that. It looks like we could add the vellum with dimensionals if we wanted, and then do the same with the flowers. But I think I'll just add the vellum with the glue dots. So I'm going to use my glue dots. Lindsay, yes, she asks, am I in Colorado? I'm in Parker. Yes, Parker, Colorado. We moved here just a little over a year ago, October 2019, actually. So, are you in Colorado as well, Lindsay? So I've got this little glue dot here, and I've just slid it off of that plastic with the putty side, and I'm just going to add them to all the areas where these lines connect. So I'm working on the back of the vellum, and this is just going to help hold everything down. If I stay in the middle, I know that my flower, for the most part, is going to cover those dots up. You can sometimes see the adhesive through the vellum. I might just do a couple in the corners. Just hide them behind some of those lines. There we go. Then I can use the pointy side to remove the paper. So this is great if like you've recently cut your fingernails, or if you just like to keep your fingernails short. This tool is just so handy. Oh, Lindsay's in Strasbourg, which is about 40 minutes away. Honestly, because of COVID, we haven't explored Colorado very much at all. So I'll have to look up and see where that is. We have gone and done some fun things like in Colorado Springs. Over the summer, we had some friends from where we used to live come visit. So we hit up like Garden of the Gods and some of those fun places there, but we really have not explored. Oh, and we did go to Rocky Mountains National Park. That's where we went over the summer as well, and that was a really fun trip for all of us. Okay, so I'm using the bone folder to make a nice crease on that card base, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add this to the center. Just kind of eyeball it. And then I'm going to place my flowers with some dimensionals. I just looked at the comments and Sherry's here. Hi, Sherry. Sherry is a fellow demonstrator friend. It's so fun to see you here today. This is a really cute kit. She's saying she's loving it. This card, like we said a little bit earlier, is a little bit on the small side. I feel like it's perfect for like a gift bag. But we will be doing some alternatives to make them into regular sizes for those of you who like your full-size cards. Okay, so now we're going to do some copper twine that comes in here. It says to cut 12 inches. So I'm going to use my ruler because I'm not sure where 12 inches is. Here it says centimeters. 6 inches is 15, so 12 would be 30. So I'll use my grid paper and find 30 centimeters. I should have looked at my paper. It says 30 centimeters on there. Cut that. And then we're just going to do a bow behind our greeting. Now, most of the time people will just tie a bow. And when you're using twine or something like this that's thin, like a thread, you can tie a bow and the bow's not going to be very thick, and so it's not going to be a problem. Sometimes though, if you're using like a thicker ribbon, you're going to get a big knot and then it pops up and it makes your greeting look all strange. So I'm going to give you just a little tip on how to tie a faux bow. So I am going to pull in a stronger adhesive, and this is just the tear and tape. And I'm going to add that to the middle of my greeting. And then I'll take that 12 inches. And if you follow my YouTube channel, or my YouTube channel, I think I said YouTube, then you've seen this before. But I match my ends, and then I put my finger in the center and place it in the center of the label. And then I'm going to make it so the top's on top. And then you just wrap it back and forth to make it look like a bow, and it's just adhering to the back here instead of being tied into a knot. That ribbon or that twine is really wanting to go a certain direction, so I'm just going to kind of twist it so that it kind of twists into more of a bow shape there. And stick it to some adhesive to make it go down. There. Okay, so then we've got this cute little bow. Sherry says she loves this tip. I love it too. It's just really quick and easy, and you can always adjust your loops and tails to get the look that you want. Sometimes when I tie an actual bow, I struggle with that part. So I'm going to bring this one down and actually add a dimensional right over that in hopes that it will kind of stay down. It really wants to curl up, doesn't it? There we go. I kind of untwisted it a little bit. And then place another one on that side. Kind of weird placements for those dimensionals, but... And then this just goes right at the base, centered on your card, and just stick that down, and that card's all done. Really quick and simple and easy cards. I love that about this kit, and they're so pretty. Hilda Nell says that she's been making the faux bows lately as well, and she thinks it's a great tip. Yay! So glad you love it. Sherry says, so cute. And like we started at 10 o'clock and now it's 10:12-ish. and I was talking the whole time. So these cards, you can fly through them if you need just like a quick and simple thank you card. And who wouldn't love this with like a plate of cookies or some fun chocolates? So fun. So if you haven't checked out my other cards, make sure to look in the group. This one was card number 1, and this was card number 2. And we'll meet back here on next Saturday for our last card from the kit. And then starting the Saturday after that, so I think this one, so this is the end of January pretty much. So this will be like the first Saturday in February. And then the second Saturday in February, which I think is the 13th, maybe, we'll start on our alternatives. So that will be a fun little switch to see some ideas on how to change these cards with just a little extra supplies. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed watching me create these cards today, or this card today. And I hope you guys all have a creative day and a great weekend. See you soon. Bye.